If an entire village disappeared overnight without a trace, would you still go there alone? They say no one lives in Kuldhara, but what if something still waits? The dusty sun hovered low as Priya stepped out of her taxi, backpack slung over one shoulder, the dry Rajasthan heat clinging to her skin. In the distance, surrounded by cracked desert, lay the crumbling ruins of Kuldhara, the village that vanished overnight, never to be inhabited again. Legend said it was cursed. Locals refused to go near it after dark. But Priya wasn't just anyone. She was a history postgrad working on her thesis, obsessed with unsolved mysteries, and the whispers around Kuldhara were exactly what she needed for her final chapter. She adjusted her camera, turned on the mic, and began documenting. The village was eerily still, wind carving through the sandstone ruins like invisible fingers. Each house lay empty but preserved. No cobwebs, no rubble, no sign of animals taking shelter. As if time had frozen the moment everyone left. According to myths, the entire village vanished overnight in the early 1800s to escape the wrath of a cruel minister who wanted to marry the chief's daughter. Before fleeing, the villagers were said to have cursed the land. No one would be able to settle here again. And so far, that had held true. She entered one of the homes, camera rolling. "This was likely the home of a noble family," she murmured into the mic. As she panned the camera, she noticed an old wooden toy in the corner, a small spinning top. Dust freed out of place. She knelt to inspect it. As her fingers touched the wood, a soft breeze blew through the room. She paused, no open windows, no airflow. Her skin prickled. Something wasn't right. Priya shook it off and continued deeper into the ruins, reaching the old temple at the heart of the village. Its deity's face had been defaced, deliberately scratched out. She frowned. A desecrated temple? As the flash clicked, she heard a sound behind her. A faint laugh, childlike, distant. But in a village no one lived in for 2 centuries? She spun around. Nothing, empty steps. Silent temple. Still recording, she walked down the path leading behind the temple. But the quiet was mesmerizing, entrancing even. She found herself drawn to a house at the far edge of the ruins, away from the rest. It wasn't on any map she'd seen. The door, still standing, looked newer than the others, as if someone had recently repaired it. She pushed it open. A loud creak echoed like thunder in the silence. Inside, the air was colder. She could see her breath. Rajasthan in June. Impossible, her heartbeat grew louder. On the wall, scrawled in what looked like red ochre, or was it blood, were ancient Rajasthani letters. Her camera translated them. She still waits. She turned. The girl was standing in the corner, barefoot, wearing a torn red sari, hair covering her face. Her feet weren't touching the ground. Priya's scream died in her throat. She staggered back. The girl twitched. Once, twice, then raised her hand slowly and pointed to the center of the room. There was a pit, a recently dug one. Dirt disturbed, something beneath. Priya stepped back, but the girl's head snapped up, revealing hollow eyes. Not empty, just dark, like looking into a well that never ends. Suddenly, Priya's phone buzzed. A voice message, no number, just static. And then a whisper. She was buried alive. And now she calls. Priya bolted out of the house, adrenaline pumping. The ruins looked different now. Shadows moved where they shouldn't, shapes in windows. Every house seemed to breathe, pulse with ancient pain. She ran, stumbling, her camera bouncing at her side. As she reached the path out, the desert looked unfamiliar. No tire tracks, no landmarks. No exit. She pulled up her GPS. It showed her spinning in circles. And then a new pin appeared. Stay with us. The sun dipped below the horizon. Darkness fell fast. The silence was broken only by whispers. Dozens of them, male, female, child, layered over each other. Some angry, some weeping, some chanting. She covered her ears and ran blindly. Sand clung to her shoes like glue. The air grew thick. She reached the temple again, hoping for some sign, anything. On the wall beside the entrance, someone had written, "Those who disturb the past become part of it." And then from inside the temple, the girl's voice echoed, "You found me. So now stay." The door slammed shut behind her. Days passed, weeks. Locals still say a new spirit haunts Kuldhara now. A girl in jeans, holding a camera, walking silently beside the one in the red sari. And if you visit after sunset, you might hear her whisper to you too, "Help me finish my story." But by then, it's already too late.